I'm going to start this off by saying I'm worried to put out my opinion on this matter because of the state of Twitter at the moment. My opinion could be seen in a good light, or it could receive a lot of hate because I feel like it may be more blunt than others. If you were lucky enough to not even hear about this, Sparkle is being, I guess, canceled for being racist and xenophobic to Adventurine at the end of the first Penacony quest. And for me, when I heard about this, it immediately struck me as, chronically online because of the nature of Sparkle's character. But before I delve into any more of how I think about it, I'm gonna read this Twitter post that I saw. It's probably not the first one, but it's the one that I saw that had the most likes. The post reads, and I quote, "Friendly reminder to my oomphs that Hanabi is racist and ableist. She's not just a mean lesbian," with a white heart at the end. This quote retweet was in response to someone just saying they liked the character. The post also offers some screenshots that offer a little bit more context as to what it says in the Chinese translation. And I'll be reading those to you right now. The first screenshot reads, and I quote, "Did you get naked and beg him for mercy? Wah, the IPC won't hurt Penacony." And to the left, they have a screenshot of, I have a blacked out Google search of, basically it says Romani sexual abuse. That's all I'll say, which I feel like is off the mark. I'm gonna try my best with this word, but the second screenshot reads, "You know what your Signoria enslaved, in parentheses, people are, right? Liars, thieves, social butterflies, hypocrites. Fits you." This is, of course, attacking Aventurine's heritage and where he comes from. So this is where people are getting the racism and the xenophobia. The third and final screenshot reads, and I quote, "Why don't you find a mute person to be your friend? At least they won't be able to leave you." And this is where people are also trying to pin ableism on Sparkle. Now this quote retweet really rubs me the wrong way. Unlike how Sparkle, I've seen so many tweets and TikToks saying that it's somehow a bad thing and in poor taste that Sparkle is a racist villain. I'm going to say that one more time. Villain. Sparkle is a villain in Penacony. This would be completely different if it was a random NPC just randomly insulting Adventurine out of nowhere. The reason why people are taking offense to Sparkle's racism is because Adventurine's race is apparently based off of Romani people, and the things Sparkle said are targeted towards Romani individuals. Personally, I'm not an expert on Romani people, their culture, their history, or ongoing issues, so I'm not going to delve too deep into that side of the argument. I'm just going to focus on Sparkle's character and the argument that she didn't need to be racist to be a villain, and that it's in bad taste and actually harmful to real people. I disagree with the last statement. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what a fictional character says in a video game about another character's heritage. And before someone stupidly types, so you're defending her racism? No, I'm not. Racism is bad. I know, a shocker. But it's what makes her unlikable morally. It offers a lot of conflict between her and other characters like Adventurine. Having conflict and morally unlikable characters can make your story feel more real. In the real world, not everyone gets along or gets into petty arguments all the time. There are far more serious issues that we can portray in fiction. If we can't portray racism and xenophobia in fiction, then what can we portray in fiction? How do we make our evil characters have more depth, make them feel real without them feeling shallow? Characters like Sparkle have existed plenty of times in fiction, and they were worse than her. Take Merle from The Walking Dead, for example. In the first episode, he blatantly calls the character T-Dog the N-word and is very openly racist throughout his time in the show.
Take orders from you? I don't think so, bro. That'll be the day.
That'll be the day. You got something you want to tell me?
Hey, T-Dog, man, just leave it.
No.
All right, it ain't worth it. Now, Merle, just relax, okay? We got enough trouble.
You want to know the day?
Yeah.
I'll tell you the day, Mr. Yo. It's the day I take orders from.
Hey, come on.
Or One Piece's heavy themes on sex and slave trade of the fishmen on the island of Sabaody. We see fishmen get shot just because they're fishmen. People don't make a fuss because fishmen are a made-up race, but we don't see people rioting on Twitter saying that we have to hold Merle accountable for his actions because he was racist in a TV show. So why is it happening now with Honkai Star Rail? The short answer is it's the fucking gacha community. They will always find an issue with everything. But other than that, let me go back to the phrase I just said a second ago. Hold accountable. This has been said so many times that we need to hold Sparkle accountable for her actions. First of all, who the fuck are we holding accountable? The screen? The fucking pixels on it? Let me call up my wife, Sparkle, and say she's being canceled on the internet. Can't wait for the Sparkle apology video. That's not happening. We can't hold a fictional character running off of a script accountable for being racist. The only thing you can do is get over it. Hate the character and move on. That's all there is to it. And sorry to get even more off track, but the amount of people I've seen saying, God, I'm skipping Sparkle's banner. Her actions are disgusting and vile. And then immediately having a Griffith profile picture. It's crazy to me. Imagine having such double standards that you'll try to cancel a character for saying some mean words to another, but love and defend a predator. Now don't try to misunderstand my words. You cannot like Sparkle. That's her purpose. She's a villain. She's not meant to be liked. She is morally unlikable. This is why she has these traits. But if you're trying to hold Hoyoverse accountable for just making an evil character, or call people evil for liking Sparkle, then that's when I start to have an issue. We barely know Sparkle's character yet, because as of recording, there's only been one quest, and very little Sparkle screen time in general. We could see some major developments in her character in the coming months, or who knows, she'll probably just keep being super hot and super racist through all of Penacony, and that would be fine as well. As long as she's well written and a good villain, then it works out just fine. Personally, I feel that these people that complain just want a cookie-cutter cartoon villain that just wants to destroy the world or world domination, and that's not what Honkai is going to be. The game is going to have serious themes like these, and I don't see that changing. I feel like Penacony is a turning point in the story, where we are going to start seeing darker themes going forward. Hell, at the end of Belobog, we see Cocolia die while Bronia watches. We see Tingyun get her neck snapped in front of us on the Lafu. This is how the game is going to be, but you're all treating it like it's such a crime to actually have evil characters in a video game. That's what I don't understand. I know that my 8 or 9 minute yap session probably isn't going to change these people's minds because they'll plug their ears with the shit while they whine on the internet and act flabbergasted that a character can actually have a flaw. I'm really hoping that the people that are complaining aren't going to actually change Sparkle's character in the development process. Although Hoyoverse's track record at changing things when people are outraged isn't very good, so I'm pretty sure I'm in the clear. But at the end of the day, we're just gonna have to wait for the next part in Penacony, hopefully when they release Sparkle's banner. And I think I've said all I could on the situation. If I really missed anything, please just let me know. Let me know your opinion on the matter. I want to see some other perspectives and maybe learn more about the other side. Maybe learn something I didn't know about Romani people. Maybe why it's harmful. Maybe I'll change my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, to wrap this up, I just want to say something to the people that said they're going to skip Sparkle's banner. But the truth is, in the words of Miss Defeat, y'all were never getting her anyways, because she's mine. And I have 112 warps and a guarantee saved for that racist little bitch. And I'm going to pray to my bald god every 10 pull, hoping that I get her early. And who's going to stop me? Anyways, I have a date with my hand in my computer, and, you know, anyways, other than that, yeah, just click the little red buttons if you want. I don't know, you already know what they do. I don't need to explain it to you. Yeah, just click them if you want. Anyways, I don't know, bye.
Get